Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. In today's video, we're doing a special request here for Kaspa. So Kaspa right now is trading at 0.1504. On the monthly time frame, we can kind of observe this candlestick pattern itself is represented as a shooting star candlestick, where the body is mainly at the very bottom with no or little wick itself at the very bottom. And then at the very top here, the wick is twice the size of the body. And this is basically a reversal chart pattern observed by a confirmation of the next following candle if it closes below the body. So just kind of keep that in mind if you are watching Kaspa going into next month. If there is an indefinite close below the current price right now, then it is going to further drop the price itself. Now, kind of zooming out, when we take a look at the monthly time frame, we do see a spike in the volume, and this could be a potential head and shoulders at the peak here. We have the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder itself. Typically, the right shoulder is accompanied by a larger volume, which we've observed from last month. So going into the right shoulder, we see an increase of the volume. If this is in fact a head and shoulder chart pattern in a current uptrend, the price itself can reduce down to even close to 5 to 10%. Now, taking a look closer on the weekly time frame here, we do see a few of our characteristics of our candlesticks that is leaning a little bit more on the bearish side. Now, kind of stay with me here. We do see this candlestick here. The previous weekly candle is an engulfing candlestick. So basically, the close of the green candle here was around 0.1885, and then the open of this red candlestick would have to relatively match the previous candlestick to justify or check off that characteristics of an engulfing candlestick. So the open was around 1885, which is essentially the same one. And of course, the candlestick needs to engulf or basically overshadow the previous candlestick. So this does show a possible reversal from this uptrend, and we may see the price coming down to an area of support. Now, a few of our indicators kind of show us a little bit weakening momentum in terms of the bulls itself. We do see our MACD indicator that does measure momentum. These bars are called histograms, and they are getting smaller in size and lighter in color. So we can observe that the bulls itself are cooling off, and the price is going to come down to an area of support until we see a nice bounce or at least some characteristics of candlesticks to see that reversal. Now, going into our RSI here, that does measure overbought or oversold conditions. We are roughly around 47%. If we see this RSI white line cross below our yellow signal line, it is going to signal a sell signal, which possibly may drive the price even further down to an area of support. If the price does close below this 20 moving average, it may justify coming down to our next moving average as an area of support here, down to 0.138. So that's kind of our target here on the weekly time frame, is seeing that area of support itself. Now, going into the daily time frame here, again, the price is finding an area of cushion, an area of support here. And I have triggered an immediate area of support at 0.145. We can see a few of our candlesticks dating back on November 21st, all the way to roughly November 27th, where these candlestick wicks at the very bottom found initial support. So we may see that bounce from the 14.5. We do see some indicators here that are gradually getting smaller or gradually going down along with the price. So it may trigger an oversold signal itself in terms of our RSI. So our RSI right now is at 34%. If the RSI drops down closer to the 30% or even further, then it might find an area of support here and trigger some possible investors coming down to the support. So this here is a target to watch out for, is the 14.5. And if we take a look at our momentum here, it is still getting stronger. The only alert that I would advise you to kind of watch out for is if the MACD line crosses below our zero line, because if it does cross below our zero line, it will kind of show us that long-term bearish sentiment. Now, a little bit more into the immediate short term for 4 hours, we can see that the price itself has kind of come down to an area of support, resistance, and then additional support itself. But what I want you guys to kind of pay attention to, especially in the next 4 hours as this candle just opened here, is this candlestick previous is known as a gravestone doji, which essentially is a reversal or a bearish candlestick, especially from an up trend retracement. So if we take a look at the characteristics, the wick itself is significantly higher than the body. I want to say maybe possibly 20 size the body itself, as it is observed closer to the bottom, or we can have a small little wick or no wick at all. If the price does close below the body, it is going to be a confirmation of this gravestone doji, and the price itself is going to come down to an area of support. I'm going to take out our Fibonacci level and kind of see some levels that we could additionally find more support itself. I'm just going to, because it's a downward trend, I am going to take it from the top all the way to a bottom itself. And it does seem like the 61%, which is a golden ratio of a Fibonacci level, is finding immediate support at 100, or is at 0.147, or again that indicator of a support line here that I have, 0.145. If the price itself does not find immediate support here, our next retracement level is going to be at 0.13. However, I do see secondary support levels around this area of support, 0.139, before even hitting that next Fibonacci level at 78%. But overall, kind of bearish sentiment that I am looking at for Kaspa. Overall, if you guys are watching this, take a look at that monthly time frame and let me know if that is indeed what you are seeing. Is that head and shoulder chart pattern kind of playing out? The initial test is going to be coming down to that area of support at 10 cents. And if the price does not hold, then the price itself may come down to the 5 cents as a completion of the head and shoulders chart pattern. But let me know what you guys think down below. Again, thank you guys so much for submitting this request. Hopefully it met your standards. Like and subscribe as well, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.